Hello and welcome to this November 2nd, 2010 video version of Invested Central's Chart of the Day. I'm Tom Bowley, Invested Central's Chief Market Strategist, and it's my pleasure to provide you today's Chart of the Day. This Chart of the Day is brought to you by StockCharts.com, simply the web's best financial charts. Today we're taking a look at DDR. This is Developers Diversified. This is about a $3.2 billion financial company. It's a REIT. Taking a look at the chart, you can see technically the stock had run up to about $13.60 back in April. Mind you, this comes off of about a 2-year low of down near $1. So the stock's made a huge run prior to what you see here on the chart. So we made this huge run up to about $13.60. The pullback, while it looks pretty severe, I think in context, or in the context of where it came from $1 to $13.60, the pullback just down a little bit below $9 really wasn't that bad. And here we are just a few months later, we've gotten back up to the $13.60 level, and essentially we're putting in a handle-like pattern where we've pulled back on just kind of moderate volume until Monday. Now Monday we did have big volume. We tested the 20-day. We gapped down at the open, but we did finish back above the open and just down about 7 cents for the day, which really wasn't that bad considering that at one point the stock was down to about $12.63. It did come back up to finish at $12.85. So pretty decent finish to the day given the volume, and there was no key violation of price support. So DDR looks pretty good here in this pullback. We've gone from an RSI reading which was up in the mid-70s, stochastics in the mid-90s. Now the RSI is down to 58, stochastics at 54. So the pullback has definitely served a purpose in that it's unwound some of those overbought oscillators that we were looking at in terms of the momentum. And the MACD on the most recent high also very strong. As we got back up to 1360, you can see the MACD was pointing straight up. So the 20-day moving average is an area where I would expect that we would see some support here on the stock. To the downside, you could use the 20-day moving average as a stop. If you wanted to go down to the 50-day, then I would just keep some powder dry. In other words, I wouldn't take my full position here. Instead, waiting. If you do get down close to the 50-day, you would fill out your position and then maybe consider using this 50-day moving average as a line in the sand. If you break below the 50-day and the volume's heavy, chances are you're going to lose this uptrend line right here, which seems to be coming up right at about the 50-day moving average, maybe just a tad beneath it. So there's definitely some additional support levels. You can also see that on some of the volume here, these pushes up late September, early October, we had a couple of gaps that also would provide some support on the way down. But I'm actually expecting this 20-day moving average to hold. If DDR moves back up and we get a breakout above 1360 with big confirming volume, this would measure from 1360 all the way down to about 880. So you're talking about $4.80. Tack that on to 1360 and that takes you to 1840. That would be a measurement on the breakout. So watch for that. A big volume move above 1360 would be very bullish. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today. Be sure to check out our chart of the day every day at InvestedCentral.com. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly Market Pulse newsletter and have the chart of the day emailed directly to you. Happy trading.